When they say, oh, if you go back home, this could happen, that could happen, it only happens if you allow it. If you're a weak man, weak shit gonna happen to you. You know what I'm saying? When you stand on business, stand on business. You know what I mean? So I don't follow crowds, I lead them. You know what I mean? I wasn't the Remy boys. I'm Fetty Wap.
Fetty Wap is finally out after 3 long years behind bars. And guess what? He didn't waste a single second. The man pulled up to Patterson, no security, no entourage, just pure confidence. And within 2 days, he was already jumping into interviews like he never left. But then, out of nowhere, a wild clip dropped online that had everyone in shock. The footage showed Fetty looking straight up scared, pleading with his rivals not to take him out. People couldn't believe what they were seeing. The energy was tense, the fear was real, and the internet went crazy. Let's rewind a bit to this unexpected comeback. On January 8, 2026, Willie Jr. Maxwell II, better known to the world as Fetty Wap, walked out those federal gates a free man. He just finished a little over 3 years of his 6-year sentence for that major cocaine conspiracy case. Thanks to the First Step Act, that same reform bill Trump signed in 2018, Fetty stacked up enough good time credits through prison programs to shave off nearly half his time. Now he's home, but not without drama. Right after that sentence ended, the 34-year-old rapper wasted no time sliding straight back to Patterson, New Jersey. No ducking off, no heavy security detail, just him keeping it real. He rolled up to a family spot where around 20 to 30 of his closest people, relatives, childhood friends, and day one homies were already waiting to welcome him home. The vibe was electric. They were all shouting that famous 1738 chant, the signature Zoo Gang call that came from that Remy Martin cognac line that made Fetty's crew iconic. The energy was pure nostalgia.
The prisoners run the programs in jail. So if you like taking classes, like I got my GED in prison.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I did that. They had like stock classes or like what is it called? S&P Fortune, something like that. S&P 500s.
Fortune 500.
And they teach you about the Billinger, top Billinger thing, bottom Billinger, all of that stuff. If that's what you went to, they got whatever you want. If you want to learn Spanish, you can go in there and learn Spanish.
Folks had his hits like Trap Queen and 679 blasting in the background, while everyone laughed and talked about those early grind days, before the fame, before the hits, before the world knew his name. And the party didn't just stop there. Those celebrations stretched on for days. They threw smaller welcome home dinners at all the classic Jersey spots. We're talking Taylor ham sandwiches, Italian hot dogs, and those homemade meals his moms and siblings whipped up from scratch. Clips hit Instagram fast, showing Fetty just chilling, smiling, and saying, "I'm blessed," again and again. His publicist even told reporters that Fetty was locked in mentally, grounded, and ready to ease back into life quietly, but with purpose. And all that happened within just 48 hours of him stepping back onto the streets. Fetty's first big move back? Sitting down with Power 105.1's The Breakfast Club for that major comeback interview. And he kept it real the whole time. No talking about ops, no sneak disses, no street drama. Instead, he opened up about what really hit him the hardest, missing out on his kids' birthdays, doctor's visits, basketball games, and their first days of school. 4 years gone is no small thing, and you could feel the emotion in his voice as he spoke about it. Then he dropped something that caught everyone off guard. Fetty announced he's starting a foundation for kids with disabilities. This move means a lot to him, especially since he's been battling congenital glaucoma since birth. He lost his left eye when he was just 6 months old, and doctors had told his family that both eyes were supposed to be affected, but by some miracle, they managed to save one. Fetty even mentioned that he uses cannabis every now and then, exactly how his doctors recommended, to help manage pressure buildup in his eye. Not long after that interview, French Montana came through with some heat. He posted footage from a studio session with Fetty and Max B captioned "Zoo Gang Forever." Fans went wild. Then G.I. the Kid dropped a FaceTime screenshot showing love, telling Fetty to stay locked in and keep pushing forward. And let's not forget 50 Cent, the legend himself held Fetty down solid during that entire bid. Whether it was financial help, motivation, or just checking in, 50 made sure Fetty had what he needed those whole 3 years. Loyalty like that runs deep.
Show kids, like especially kids with disabilities, You know what I'm saying? Like kids with disabilities, kids that's less fortunate, kids that like grew up without their pops or grew up without their moms or grew up in a foster kid, that, you know what I'm saying? It's nothing impossible. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't supposed to be able to drive, let alone even see. I was born with congenital glaucoma.
Local Patterson news didn't report any chaos, no gunfire, no wild incidents, and not even a single security scare tied to Fetty's return. That alone shocked people. The same streets that once saw him getting violated, shot at, and tangled up in beefs with multiple rivals about 7 years back, those same blocks welcomed him home this time with open arms. The vibe around town was calm, almost peaceful, something nobody expected. Community reactions leaned more towards celebration and straight-up relief. Longtime fans even threw together little neighborhood tributes, decorating driveways and porches with handmade signs reading, "Welcome home, Fetty." Social media lit up too, with hashtags trending all over Jersey showing love and support. But let's keep it real, those Patterson streets never forget. That quiet welcome he got wasn't always a sure thing. To understand why folks were even expecting drama when he came home, you gotta rewind to what went down before he got locked up. It all traces back to a wild 5 a.m. run to a Patterson deli that turned into pure chaos. March 26, 2016, the Montclair Deli on Montclair Avenue. Fetty and his Remy Boy crew had just slid through after a late-night performance, looking to grab some food. But what happened next flipped everything upside down. That deli had always been one of Fetty's go-to spots, a chill corner he'd hit for years without a single problem. But that one night, everything flipped in an instant. The long brewing tension between Fetty and local Patterson rapper Raheem Fuzz Thomas finally exploded. Their rivalry had been heating up for a while, rooted deep in hometown pride, turf disputes, and a battle for who would truly be the face of Patterson rap. It started small, a few slick disses and songs, some shade tossed on social media, but nobody ever thought it would blow up this bad. That night, Thomas and his crew rolled up on Fetty's people inside the deli, and things got ugly fast. At first, it was just a few punches thrown, but then it escalated. Thomas allegedly pistol-whipped one of Fetty's homies.
50 did a lot for me. You know what I'm saying? He, from day one, it was like he reached out like, yo, whatever you need, just holler at me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, all right. And then it was like, where this money going? I'm like, what? Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't used to that. I'm used to it's always the other way around.
While another man snatched Fetty's iconic 1738 chain right off his neck. That chain wasn't just jewelry, it symbolized the whole Zoo Gang legacy, and losing it in front of everyone was a major disrespect. Surveillance footage later surfaced showing Thomas rocking a bright red jacket, cap, white tee, and pants, waving a gun inside the deli while people panicked and ran for cover. The entire scene turned into mayhem within seconds. In the middle of all that chaos, Fetty hit the floor trying to dodge the madness. Things went from bad to worse. Thomas's crew even snatched a book bag from the same homie who got pistol whipped, turning the whole scene into straight-up mayhem. And just when everyone thought it was over, the drama spilled out onto the streets about an hour later. Gunshots started popping off in the night, and suddenly it was a war zone outside that deli. 3 people got hit, but luckily no one lost their life that morning. 2 of the injured were rushed to St. Joseph's Regional Hospital in Patterson, while a third person drove themselves over to Hackensack University Hospital later to get treatment for gunshot wounds. Word around town was that one of the people hurt might have been Sylvester Huffin, one of Fetty's Day One brothers and an executive producer for RGF Productions. Some even said he might have accidentally shot himself during all that confusion, but that part was never fully confirmed. When police caught up with Raheem Fuzz Thomas, they found a .45 caliber Springfield on him, and that weapon had already been reported stolen all the way out in Colorado. On top of that, they discovered illegal hollow point and armor-piercing rounds. No gun was recovered from Huffin, and police couldn't say for sure who else fired off shots, though reports hinted that some of Fetty's crew might have returned fire in the heat of the moment. Once that brawl spilled out onto the streets, cops didn't waste a second. The law moved in fast and heavy. Raheem Fuzz Thomas, 36 at the time, got snatched up on weapons charges right after the chaos. But here's the wild part. He walked free the very next day because of New Jersey's new bail reform laws. That didn't last long though. By March 28th, police grabbed him again after surveillance footage confirmed he was the one behind it all.
You know, I took a lot of time from them. And 4 years is a long time. You see your kids go from here to here. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, I miss birthdays, I miss Christmas, I miss doctor's appointments, I miss daddy day at school and shit like
basketball games, dances, all
basketball games, football games. My son's first day of high school stuff.
By March 29th, things got serious. Authorities hit him with a long list of charges: first-degree armed robbery, aggravated assault, and multiple gun offenses, including illegal possession as a convicted felon. Since Thomas already had a record that barred him from owning any firearms, he was brought straight to Passaic County Superior Court. The judge ordered him held at the county jail while his case played out, and from that moment, it was clear he wasn't walking away this time. But Fuzz couldn't resist adding more fuel to the fire. Right after the arrest, he dropped a since-deleted Instagram post showing someone masked up and rocking Fetty's stolen chain, saying he didn't do it personally, but still taunting his rival online. Of course, Fetty clapped back quick, posting pics of himself with fresh new chains, letting everyone know he wasn't scared and wasn't backing down. The whole incident just showed how deep the rivalry ran inside Patterson's underground rap scene, where music, pride, and street loyalty all collide. That whole feud wasn't just about music, it was about pride, respect, and who really ran the Patterson scene. The shootout marked the breaking point, the moment everything boiled over for good. But here's the thing, Fetty Wap was never a suspect. Cops didn't charge him with a single thing. He was actually the victim caught in the middle of all that madness. After that night, the tensions seemed to cool off, at least on the surface. No major run-ins, no fresh beefs, just whispers online and old footage popping up here and there. Fetty shifted his focus toward family and music, keeping his grind clean, while Raheem "Fuzz" Thomas dealt with the legal heat that basically pushed him out of the spotlight. But that deli drama wasn't the first storm Fetty ever faced, not even close. Before all that fame hit, another beef had been brewing, one that stung way worse because it came from the inside, from someone who claimed they helped build Zoo Gang from the ground up. We're talking about the early days of the Remy Boys.
Like where I come from, I'm from Patterson, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Patterson, New Jersey, man. Like, you know what I mean? You make your bed, you gotta lay in it. So it wasn't, when it happened, it was like, all right, whatever. Like, let's just get this shit over with. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't like, damn, I wish I could have did this or did that, because I did it once. And that's what I chose to do. I knew the consequences.
Also known as RGF, short for Remy Boys Gang Family, or Zoo Gang, Fetty's original Patterson crew from day one. The squad came together around 2013, 2014, and the lineup had names like Monty, Guwop Dad 4000, and P-Dice, real name Brian White. P-Dice wasn't just around, he was there from the jump. He was in the studio sessions, in the videos, and on the early tracks that helped shape Fetty's signature sound. He claimed he was the one who connected Fetty with the right industry people, the one who helped build that Zoo Gang brand from scratch. According to P-Dice, he first met Monty at a studio, and not long after, Monty brought Fetty into the mix. The chemistry clicked instantly, and the trio started cranking out music that would soon put Patterson on the map. The come-up was real, but behind the scenes, cracks were already starting to form. When Trap Queen dropped in 2014, everything changed overnight. That track didn't just blow up, it launched Fetty Wap and the whole Remy Boys crew straight into the stratosphere. The single went multi-platinum, their Remy Boys mixtape was catching fire everywhere, and soon after they locked in a deal with 300 Entertainment.
Yeah, I had glaucoma when I was little. Matter of fact, my mother is here actually. Mom.
Welcome to TMZ, Mom. I'm asking him about his eye right now.
How old was I when I lost my eye? This is the right answer.
6 months.
I was 6 months when I got glaucoma.
The money started pouring in heavy, and it looked like nothing could stop them. But once the checks started hitting, so did the tension. By mid-2015, whispers about internal problems started floating around. Then in July 2015, Fetty made it official. He went public on social media announcing that P-Dice had been kicked out of the crew. The reason? Allegedly finessing money from the group's shared earnings. In a now-deleted Instagram post, Fetty explained that P-Dice was pocket-watching, basically keeping tabs on what everyone else was making instead of putting in real work. Fetty claimed he'd been covering P-Dice's tour and studio costs for a while without getting any effort or loyalty in return. But P-Dice wasn't about to stay quiet. He fired right back with smoke of his own, setting off a wave of drama that exposed just how messy things had gotten inside the Remy Boys circle. P-Dice wasn't holding back. He claimed he was the one who invented that sing-song rap style that put Patterson on the map. He said he first called it ignorant R&B, that melodic, half-sung, half-rapped flow that later became Fetty's signature sound. According to him, Monty was the first to catch on to the style, and then Fetty picked it up and ran with it. Dice even admitted that about 20% of his vibe came from Max B, who heavily influenced that whole wave sound that took over the mid-2010s. Then, in August 2015, P-Dice dropped a diss track that sent shockwaves through the scene, a Trap Queen remix aimed straight at Fetty's biggest hit. In it, he rapped about being the one who put Fetty on and accused him of switching up once fame hit. He even threw out claims about unpaid royalties and getting cut out of the 300 Entertainment deal. But P-Dice didn't stop there. He kept the heat coming with more tracks, including one called Facts later that same year, where he laid everything bare. He accused Fetty and the team of doing him dirty, leaving his name off credits, and freezing him out of deals that he said he helped create.
Yeah, man, what's up?
How you
man?
feeling,
What's
brother?
up? I feel good, man.
You ain't missed no push-ups, been eating your protein. Like you was taking full advantage of that time, huh?
Yeah, a couple chicken packs and tunas and all that.
See what I'm saying? How are you, first of all, brother?
I'm blessed, man. You know, I'm blessed.
To back it up, P-Dice started posting screenshots, old texts, and throwback photos online, trying to prove he was the true architect behind the Remy Boys' come-up. Fans immediately split into sides, some defending Fetty, others claiming Dice deserved his credit. The whole thing had Patterson buzzing like never before. P-Dice later opened up about what really went down when Jersey rapper Tax G accused Fetty of stealing his style. According to Dice, once those accusations started flying, Tax G's big homie supposedly stepped to Fetty and the crew, laying down a serious ultimatum: it's P-Dice or all of y'all. That moment, Dice said, changed everything. Instead of standing beside his day one brother, Fetty allegedly decided to cut him loose and move on without him. By September 2015, reports started surfacing that P-Dice had officially filed a lawsuit against Fetty and RGF Productions for breach of contract, claiming he was owed over $100,000 in unpaid royalties from Trap Queen and a few other collabs. The legal battle didn't last long, though. The two sides quietly settled out of court in 2016, and nobody really knows what the final deal looked like. But one thing was clear: the split hit P-Dice hard. His career took a serious hit after the fallout. He dropped independent projects like Dice World in 2016, trying to bounce back, but none of them charted or caught major traction. Dice also claimed that he got cut off multiple tracks from Fetty's album, saying they erased his verses and left his name off the credits completely. The betrayal stung deep, and fans could feel the tension in every interview and post that followed. After all the drama, from street feuds to legal fights and crew fallouts, Fetty Wap's story is one wild ride. From the top of the charts to the federal system and back home again, his journey is proof that fame can build you up just as fast as it can tear everything apart. But through it all, Fetty's still standing strong, older, wiser, and ready to take control of his narrative. These days, Fetty's focused on rebuilding his legacy, reconnecting with family, and putting that real Patterson sound back on the map. He's talked about learning from every mistake, cutting out fake energy, and keeping his circle solid this time around. The man's been through betrayal, street beef, and legal heat, yet he still came back with his head high. That kind of comeback, it's rare in this game. And with whispers of new music on the way, plus hints of collaborations with old friends and even new faces in the industry, it looks like Fetty's gearing up for another major run. The question now is, will this be his redemption era, or will old ghosts come back to haunt him again? One thing's for sure, Fetty Wap's story isn't over yet. There's more to come, and we'll be right here breaking it all down for you. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, share it with your crew, and drop a comment below telling us what you think about Fetty's comeback. You won't want to miss what's next.
I feel good to be back. You know, sleep in my own bed, you know, eat some real food, see the family, you know what I mean, get all that love. And